Alright guys, it's Mitchell here from ADB Magazine. We are doing a camping and riding feature on the best kind of stuff to take with you when you're going away camping and you're going to ride your bike and you're going to do other activities like hike or go swimming in a river or go surfing, whatever else it is. We've always had the issue of what do you do with your expensive dirt bike when you are not near it. So you say you ride in the morning and you go for a swim in the afternoon. I always get nervous about leaving it somewhere around the car or around the tent or the swag or wherever it is I'm staying. Someone might see it and nick it. So we've tried lots of things like chaining it to the ute and that kind of thing, but I was thinking the best way to keep it at least out of sight is to literally get it out of sight. So we looked into a tent that had kind of two sections, a section where we could keep the bike in the front and sleep out the back, and we picked up this Oztent SV5 Max, which actually does it pretty nicely. I'll show you what I mean, come inside. So the front awning section is pretty big. You can fit kind of all your chairs and your tables and all your cooking stuff and whatever else you want underneath it. But if you step through into here, this front section is an extra zip-on section to the normal SV5 Max, and we could fit a full dirt bike inside it. So if I was to zip all this up, you actually couldn't see my dirt bike from the outside of the tent, so anyone walking past wouldn't have the opportune theft moment of seeing it and just wheeling the bike away. Of course, you could probably put an alarmed padlock on the brake discs, that kind of thing. But the issue I have with those alarm locks is that if someone bumps the bike or if it falls over, for whatever reason the alarm goes off and I'm swimming at the beach for 3 hours, I'm going to annoy everyone at the campsite. So at least this keeps it out of sight and I'm going to not piss off all my neighbours. But if you keep coming on through, so you can see it fits pretty well a bike long way, so I could lie down. I'm 6'2", I could lie down next to this as well and also sleep next to it. You could have your table and chairs set up over there if you wanted to sit and eat food after riding out of the weather. And then if you come through here, obviously you can sleep in here, you can seal this off, and you don't have to smell your dirty dirt bike while you're sleeping at night too. Both these side panels, they obviously zip up entirely. We just got them open because it's nice to get some airflow, but they zip up so no one can actually see inside this tent, which is pretty cool. It's one of those 30-second tents, I think they say. It essentially just pops up. So you kind of lean into there, you pull the bar, and the whole tent comes up in one go. And then you've got to zip in these extra awnings. But yeah, this was our attempt to kind of keep our dirt bike safe come this summer for camping and riding. We can stick it in there, we can zip it away, no one will see it. So there's less chance of it being nicked. We do recommend you do something else to try and stop a thief from getting it. So maybe lock the wheel up, whatever it is, but at least out of sight, out of thief's way. So this is a good suggestion. It's an Oztent SV5 Max. They do other versions with these zip-in front sections as well, but we liked this one because it had a peaked roof, and so for my height, I could stand up in the roof as well. We also ended up grabbing one of these Fox Wing awnings that does the full 180 around the side. This is because we didn't want to bring a quick shade because it's just big and bulky, and we worked out that we could probably work on the bike out the back of the car and not have to worry about having a quick shade. And it's also a good place for the dog to have a sleep. So this is our kind of camping setup. We think it's a pretty good setup. We've got a bunch of other stuff like the table. This table folds away into a briefcase. We've got food compartment stuff there that zips away and keeps everything fresh. We've got bags for our chainsaws so that all our stuff is carried pretty conveniently. We got it all off Oztent, and the sleeping bags are from Oztent too. And obviously these awesome chairs which have these pretty cool kind of heat packs in them that allow you to warm them up in hot water and put them in your back or around your neck for when you're sitting around the campfire if it's cold at night. So this is our camping setup for this come summer when we go riding and swimming in the river and all that kind of stuff. And we think this is a good setup for keeping your dirt bike safe with the whole family. You could fit an entire family in there and your dirt bike.